Hey guys, Perry here. I'm a pro jungler in the NACL/Academy League. I played on Dignitas Academy last year, and I've been maintaining Challenger for the last 3 years. Today we're going to be looking at a Diamond 1 Elo game focused on more than just fundamentals this time around. I know I almost always talk about fundamentals, but today we're focusing a little bit more on micro, macro, team fighting, and just really like more about the decision making and less about the fundamentals. So we're actually going to skip over the early game, decision making of where to go because that's what I always focus on. So instead, we're going to go straight to where we're pathing to, and um, we'll go from there. So looks like we're pathing down. I like it's Jin, Lux. You also have a Cassandra top, so you're not going to really interact with them. So give me your thoughts. You have Akshan, Ari. So what are your instant thoughts when you think about that?
Mid is perma prio. Mid will love to go for river fights and roams and plays with me or invades with me.
Perfect. So that's just you need to have these thoughts going into every single sequence that your mid wants to do stuff early. And how do you feel about Akshan mid to late game?
Decent, but probably not as strong as his early game.
Right. So he
Definitely not
wants
as strong.
volatility, right? And do you like volatility as Diana?
No.
Right. So keeping all this in mind, like that's a good check for the mid lane. That's a good check for you. So now you guys have two opposite ways you want to play. What do you think is better for you to start forcing things or for Akshan to drop his aggression?
Akshan to drop his aggression.
Yeah. Whenever you're playing a champion that is very strong in the early game, you are normally being that bridge for your teammates to get stronger. So if you're ever playing a scaling champion, you're a Diana Hecarim player, you never drop what's good for you. Your teammates should drop what's good for them because they're early game strong champs. So what I'm trying to say is you need to do what's best for you, and you need to ping your teammates when it's bad for them, pretty much. Um,
Yep.
and you want to align all of your macro, all of your thoughts, all of your decisions with your top laner and your bot lane as well. But that's just a good representation of you want to play really passive level 6, slow. This guy wants to play very fast, and it's fine. This guy just needs to relax a little bit, so you need to use your pings to let him know that, hey, chill the fuck out.
Yep.
Okay, nice little word. We do a nice little clear here. Use our smite. Good, good, good. Okay, bot stepped up. So this whole time, I want to be looking at waves. Yeah, this is good. Look at our wave. Look at the trades as well. A lot of volatility going on, right? And then there's this really good ward you guys have here, right? Because at this time, their jungler could sneak through, and you need to be aware that their jungler could be here, right? You have a ward here.
Yep.
So right here, we're gonna look at this picture, and how do you want to play this?
My guess is maybe Jin walks up to trade fourth shot. I think he has fourth shot. He walks up to trade fourth shot. That enemy also walks up to like get some auto trades in, and that's when I go in because they're focused on the trade and not focused on whether enemy jungle's ganking them or not.
Perfect. So when they walk up even further, and even right now, it's a good timing because they're stepping up really far. You have these
Yep.
minions to think about as well. So let's say we're here, right? I'll play it in a sec. How do you wanna play it from right around here? What are you trying to do right here in this picture?
Right here, definitely just one shot the Renata and then cut off the Varus' path, and then wait for CDs and kill him.
Perfect. Because this guy is really far away. He's really trapped here. He's really stuck. Even if he goes that way, he goes that way. It's pretty like messed up for this Varus to live. So let's say this round of flashes from you, right away. He just insta flashes. You use your Q, he flashes your Q. What are you gonna do after?
Uh, Probably back off.
Right. So if you use your Q on this Renata and he flashes, you don't know if he has flash or not. Well, your teammate's being dead, luckily. But if you don't know what this guy has, right, and he can flash your Q, your champion ends up being useless. So whose
Yep.
flash is better to take, this Renata's or this Varus's?
Varus.
Yeah, so if you can run through and just ignore this guy, and this guy Qs you away, it's still fine, because now you have spells to get this guy,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So the target is not this Renata, but it's this Varus. But because your teammate's ping that this guy has no flash, he is a free kill.
Yep.
Right? But that's how I'm assessing my actual gank in this fight. So you've completed the fundamentals. You know it's a good wave. You notice they're low. You're in the right position. You're pathing to the right lane. Now it's how you actually play the gank out. And if Ronaldo has flash here, it could end up being a useless gank. Okay. So here, cursor placement. It's not the end of the world as you're playing Diana, so it's a little bit funky, but you want your cursor not to be so far away from you, right?
Uh,
Your
I
clicks
try.
should
I
be
usually. I usually try to aim it that way because if she flashes, my Q will still hit.
right.
If I
I'm
angle it
talking
right.
about your clicks right here. Not when you actually let like through your Q out. I don't mind that. Again, it's a Diana specific thing. I'm talking about you clicking here. You should be clicking next to your character,
Oh, right, right. Yeah, yeah. Yep.
right? So these clicks the entire time are very very far away. Like these clicks, sure, but even now, your clicks here should be recentered to your character, right? Closer to Renata and closer to like closer to you, so you can manage yourself better.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean now.
Okay. Okay. Now the jungler also pat down. It's very likely. So this whole sequence is a little bit concerning, right? He flashes. Okay. Okay. And then you die, and it's a 2-for-1 scenario. Okay. Um. So let's look at how we can like change. So this verse has flash, right? And you're about this HP, and you know that Volibear is gonna pat down, right? He could pat up, but I think you eventually got ward here and you saw him pat down, right? And he
Yep.
shows here on your screen, right? So why are we
Yeah.
ever going forward? So I'm gonna write this down here: aggressive versus defensive. When this Volibear sees that his laner just died, I just path bot. What is he thinking?
Say that again.
Oh, sorry. When this Volibear sees that their bot lane died, he's gonna be thinking that, hey, I pat down, like my bot lane's losing, my bot lane's so bad. How did they die to this gank, right?
Right.
So
Yep.
the moment their laner dies, he's tilted, right? This guy's tilted.
For sure.
If you run away, he's going to run at you,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and he will
Right.
kill himself into you guys. That's
Yep.
what's gonna
Lux will
happen,
just
and
queue him.
Varus will as well. And that'll give you time to get your abilities back. Maybe your W comes up. Maybe your teammate's abilities come up. This guy's throwing his W randomly, right? Your Lux could have Q. Your Jhin to W coming back up. And if nothing happens, and Ballbear like decides, you know, never mind, I should just walk back. You've already won the game for yourselves here by
True.
killing the Renata, and your wave was like really good. Right, so by doing this, you're making the game harder for yourself in the event you die, in the event this guy lives, in the event like I don't know, it could have gone worse. I think you probably 1-for-1 with this guy, but again, you don't want to. A 1-for-0 is better than a 1-for-1 because it tilts them. This guy's
Yeah.
triggered, right?
True.
So always play defensively if you have the choice. It is very triggering for the enemy team. So when you're thinking about your macro decisions, you should incorporate this now that you have the fundamentals down. What do your actions, your successful plays make the enemy feel? And almost always it's going to make them feel tilted. So you would change your playstyle from being aggressive. Again, you're playing Diana as well, so you don't need to get more than a kill. A kill after your first cycle is perfect. You don't need more. Right?
Yep.
So even if you could kill this guy and like you'll die, like it's just not good. It's better to just leave, and there's a high chance that they'll kill themselves into you. If the ball bear will get tilted and he'll do something messed up, right? And if not this sequence, he'll be tilted at his Renata for the rest of the game or something. You know, like, but now that you die, like they feel like it's a little bit better of the situation.
True.
Okay, 1-for-1, sure. We have really good items though from here. This crab, okay. Um, this crab. So let's see. So your Grom spawns right at 422, right? You just got flash and flash, right? So bot lane is fucking winning right now. Bot lane is a place you want to be. 422, you could be starting the Gromp. You start the Gromp 10 seconds later, right? Look at how much EXP this camp got you.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing, right? So 10 seconds later to this bot play, too important. So tempo. Never take first crab if it makes you slower. Really simple stuff. You need to assess that this crab is worse because their bot has no pry. What's gonna happen is their bot just crashed, right? You killed them. I think your bot crashed. Then they're gonna recrash, and then what's gonna happen is it's gonna likely slow build back into them. That's your dragon timer. That's your invade timer. That's your dive timer.
Yep.
Right? But by delaying 10 seconds, it can change the entire situation of your bot lane crash.
For sure.
Other thing from base here. Holding tab good. What's going on top wave? Right, mid wave is a good check. Right, check bot wave as well, right? Check timing sums, sure. Um, check what's going on top wave, right? Because this is your weak side, and you need to see if there's other thing you could do really quickly, because you know Volibear is coming straight back to top as well, right?
Yeah.
So is Volibear going to gank my top lane? If he does, it's you win the game. But if you're aware you counter gank it, you can win the game, right? Um, is this guy diveable, and can you like fuck their Volibear off the game? You need to ping this guy. Do you need to fix his wave? You need to see what's going on. This whole time, if this guy's diveable on this wave right now, you could have bolted it there, changed your pathing and everything. You just don't know. Right, so almost there with collecting all the information. I think here you check very that's not even really checking, you know. Not I don't really know. Like that was like half a second of looking at that wave. So
Yeah.
still fundamentals. So collect information on all your waves, especially the ones you're in proximity of, but also the ones you are going toward. Right, so you're also going towards the bot lane, so I should be seeing you check what's going on in the bot wave. Right, so here you have a general idea of what's going on, and Kasane has no words, no words. So if Volibear comes, you know, it could go really bad. Um, just know that that's an option. So what you could do is you could just be positioned here, you could be positioned here, if you think Volibear is likely to do that, right? So just you need to be fully aware that their Volibear can gank, and my Kasane can live if he stalls. But you need to be
Yep.
aware of it.
Yep.
And also, if you're okay with sacking your Cassante, this game I am not personally because it's Gangplank and we don't want Gangplank to get too strong. Um, you could just clear down and get the dragon. But this game, it's good to cover your top. Okay, get our full clear off. This is a great situation here. So checking the bot wave, right? Right. So what's going on here is what is their bot lane trying to do right now?
Crash the wave.
Yeah. So look at the timing we go. Right. We're not following any timing. We have no idea if this is warded or not. Right. Looks like it. Not fully sure. They're still stepped up very, very far. So it ends up working. But what I'm focused on here is I want you to stand in fog. Right here. Sit right here. Right? And wait. Wait for whatever goes on bot to escalate. Right? And then once they're focused on the cannon, or even the casters, either their wave is fucked and it's frozen now because they pushed and they couldn't finish the crash, or they're gonna try and greed for the wave like they kind of did anyway, and you'll go and kill them, and it'll be even more guaranteed. You don't know if this is warded or not, so you're kind of just like blindly walking over a ward. Right? So if you're ever walking straight through, you should never sit in the swash like this. If this
Yeah.
is warded.
I think what I was thinking was I was worried that if I stalled there for a bit, like you said, waiting outside of the bush for something to happen, I thought Volley would make it in time then.
Yeah, Volibear should be here anyway. Was the next
Yeah.
point I was gonna bring up.
Yep.
Right,
Uh,
if you don't think this is a winning 3v3, you're never ganking anyway.
yep. These
And
like first two like bot ganks, I pretty much just blindly assumed that I would probably clear much faster than Valdi, like mechanically. So I knew I would be ahead first, but so I thought if I delay myself here, he might have time to catch up and make it there too.
yeah, still doesn't add up. Look, you sat here for a sec.
Yeah, yep. That's where the hesitation came in.
Right, more sitting here. Right, but you spent an extra 10 seconds on this crab. So I mean, I think Volibear fucked this tempo too, but you're dead pretty much if you do this. And you think the bot 3v3 is not winning against humans, and your bot just use both all of their spells like this, you're fucked. Right.
Yeah.
So the moment I see all that, I'm leaving. I'm dipping. You kind of got you got the gist. You clicked away, but you need to
Yep.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and Volley also could be in the lane bush too,
Yep.
like as you said in the last
Yep.
gank.
Yep. Well,
So right now it could be dying.
Yep. Bye bye. You're dead. Okay. Success multiple times. There's Akshan doing Akshan things. He works them. Beautiful. We go back to our camp respawn, and it's a great game for us so far. We got many successful ganks, kills, and our CS is really good. So our bot lane is playing very aggressive here. So this whole time, pings, right? Use them more. Every minute should be a new thing to ping. Every single time you're doing something, you need to watch what's going on with your laners. What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? And you need to ping them. You know they just got dragon, so why are your teammates walking up like this? That's on you to kind of control, right?
Yeah, I could have pinned them away.
Yeah, easily. And then at the very least, you're pathing bot. Let's say they live. It's still bad for you because now they're half
Yep.
HP.
Right.
You
No
need to
gank.
ping them until you're in the area. You can ping them, ping your camp. That kind of tells them that you're on a camp. You're almost going to be done, right? But now you can't even play into the bot lane if you wanted to. Okay, so no camps here, right? For us to take, right? And there's two things here. So this is where you lose your game. This is the first big mistake of the jungle. Herald, invade, camp. So you have three options here, right? You can either go pressure bot dive, you can either go invade, you can either finish your camps like you were doing your cycle, or you can go to Herald, right? There's many options. I will never ever invade here. That is the worst option. Okay,
Yeah.
bot dive doable, not really because it's wards.
Yep.
Jungle camps completely safe, 100% guaranteed. Will make you that much stronger the next sequence. You can recall and you can spend 1k gold. Now you're literally gonna be unstoppable on the map. Last thing, Herald pool. Looks like top wave is really good. Looks like Akshan is literally shitting on the enemy team right now. Right? He's literally like 1v2 the Ahri of Volibear somehow. Right? So top side fight is completely chill to take. Right? You also just saw Volibear ult in the bot side and he just walked away, so his tempo's dog shit. Never invading like this. Let's say this Wolves is up. Right? What have you like you okay, so 805, right? Takes you maybe 8 seconds to clear it. 813. Right? Then you walk all the way back to anywhere on the map. You walk down here, you walk up there. It takes another 20 seconds. So now instead of the next play taking 20 seconds, it's taking 40 seconds for a wolf camp. That is not worth it. It is actually better on the map if you did nothing but just recall here. So the best play here is to not overcomplicate the game, right? Not stress about invades, and just clear camps. The time where I would want to play for an invade like this is if I have my item, my mythic. So invade only if I have my mythic. Herald if my top slash mid are doing decent and their jungle condition slash tempo is bad. Right? Camps, natural game, my default. After just recall. Right? All three of these options, there's two simple ones, and there's one of these that like you don't have the one condition. They don't have mythic. Another thing is, do we even know if their camps are up? Right? We don't know. We don't have full information. Okay? So you lose your jungle game right here. Okay. So now after you clear, you're stuck on the map with 1k. Somehow Volibear is in the top side faster than you, right? Which is like you should have 2v2'd here, and the game is won. You would just clear your red, you clear your crows, you recall, and you 2v2 here. So your advantage in this position right here is not generated right now, it's generated later on in the game. Right? Later
Yeah.
on in the game being literally in fucking 30 seconds. But you
Yep.
try to do something right now in this exact moment and you are off the map forever. Okay? So his bot camps are up, you're on 1k gold, and obviously he's in the top side, so it's like okay for you to do this. But you still want to recall. This whole time you still want to recall. You have 1k gold. Okay, our E wasn't great, and our Q was really far. Okay. Flash Q, right? Okay. Let's recap this. One, let's see if you're on a ward. Right, you are. It's pinked, right? So they should be able to see you. Okay. This guy, he doesn't have ghost going, but he's just fast. Is there a way you would want to play this differently? Let me ask first, and then I'll tell you how I play it.
Uh, may, could you go back a few seconds? Prob actually keep playing it again. Keep playing it. Probably QE the minion and then E on to him then, but I don't think that changes the result.
Okay, so there's two ways I would play this differently. I thought about the QE as well, but it's not gonna be that great. What I would do is flash E onto Varus, ult him, right, and try to get a slash out that way, and use my Q to kill him after. Right, that's one way you can get this guy killed. Alternatively, you can go for Renata and play the fight that way, right? You could probably almost one-shot this guy. I would save my ult, but I would use my spells, my Q and E at the very least on this guy and wait for my next Q respawn. But pretty much, if you are trying to play this fast like you did, it's actually fine. You just need to flash E on this guy and use your Q for the next sequence. I think flash W E Q might actually kill this guy, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're pretty strong here, and this guy's at
Well,
like very low HP. And
I'm
flash
imag-
flash
I'm a-
E Q is pretty fast. So
I'm imagining he would just flash. So I would flash E, but an R, but then he would just flash before my R goes off,
yeah,
and
I'm
then
not I'm
even
not saying R. I'm saying kill him with flash WEQ.
but run out of W.
Yeah, so after I mean you're full HP. I hope to God this guy can't one shot you. I mean he can't. Is what I'm trying to tell you. He can't. He's not doing 1.2k damage in like a second of the Renata pass W lasting.
Did he? I think he. I think it. Did he have? Did he use R on Lux? Because I think he
Even if he
saved
has
it.
ult, if this champ can do 1.1k damage in 1 second, then we should all be first picking this champion. Right? Like that's insane. Doing 1.2k damage in 1 second with Renata like having used her spells already. Like she might have her E or W or E or
Oh no,
Q. Like
not 1 second, but like after I flash E R on him, he could run out, can Q me away, then he'll W, then he'll flash, and he just bases me out.
I'm trying to tell you that your flash EWQ will kill him, and then you can also smite him. It's coming up. You are not using your ult this entire sequence, and this guy
What if he
dies.
flashes my Q then?
Yeah, but if you flash E auto him and then he flashes because your autos will kill him, then you can Q him after he flashes. But if you're on top of his character and you throw your Q out, it's very hard to flash that like timing. It's very hard. But if you want to play into that as well, you think you'll flash it? Sure, he'll flash it, and then your Q will kill him after he flashes, and that guarantees you land your Q. Right, but using your Q like this, trying to land it at max range, is just not the way to play this fight, no matter what.
Yeah, I think your idea is better.
So this is again where you lose the game, and also if you played tempo earlier, you would have had an opportunity to make this exact same play. You would just have gold spent, and it would make the fight even easier. It's just the TLDR. But
Yeah,
also
I
you
should
probably
never
would
be in
be
this
in
position.
in the top side. Yeah, I mean you
Yep.
could be just with better items. That's all.
Yeah,
Okay, but your
Just
game is
not.
like really fucked now. Although Action clutches up again, right? And then now you actually have not gotten a single objective on the map. Okay,
Yeah.
10 minutes in, you have a really successful early and late, like early mid game, and not a single objective has been taken. Now the dragon is something that he took, which is fine. He went down a lot of tempo, that he made it like pretty bad for his game. But the herald should have been yours. If not, it should be a free 2 for 0. In the bot side. Okay, so we're gonna skip through the early game now, and we're gonna go towards the mid game and look at fights.
Sure.
Okay, so how do we end up in this position? Is what I need to look at first. Okay, so we're looking at our camps. Right, our bot's getting shoved out pretty hard. Right, they can't really play. You get the camp, sure. Now Valver's playing like this. Renata's there. Ari's there too. Okay. Okay. Look at our position. If Valver just runs to you and Ari just starts playing on you, like you're playing 1v3 by yourself. Like it won't
Yeah.
even become like a 2v3 until like a lot. You'll be dead by the time it becomes a 2v3 or like a 4v3. You'll be dead.
Yep.
So don't walk up. There's nothing for you to do here. So by doing this, right, now you have crossed the threshold of danger. If you stood here and waited, that is not as much danger. I mean, it kind of still is because Ari can ult on you, but you have flash. But now that you cross this line of danger, look at what happens. Boom, 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 and now you can't play the game. So now
Yep.
if there was a fight in the bot side, you can't play it. You're half HP, less than half
Yeah.
HP. If there was a dragon fight for you to do, you can't play it. Okay, so don't put yourself in dangerous positions, especially when you are. It makes. So if you just did nothing, you would have had this fight play out differently. If the fight like played out, that's pretty much the common consensus in a lot of players' gameplay is like by doing less, you're actually doing more. So even here, you kill this guy, that guy actually dies to Akshan, it looks like. But even if he lives, right? You never want to go 1-for-1 with this guy ever. Save your abilities, like Kassan is even teleporting. Sit in the back here, use red buff to regen, and wait. Why are we playing like
Yeah.
this?
Yep.
Again, the key point earlier: aggressive versus defensive. This whole time you've been playing so aggressive that it's actually making it harder for you to win this game. 3-4-3, 3-4-4. Okay, this guy's just dead. So let's go to the next sequence. Okay, we die, and we get an assist at some point. So let's see. So right here. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, it's the same thing. It's the same like macro principle of like you have camps up, you're going for an invade. Like what is the basis of this invade? Like not really anything. It looks like your teammates are trying to catch away. That's Kasana trying to recall like it's HP, and Lux is not playing with you. Akshan is also prioritizing this turret. So if anything, I'm playing for the Krugs, not the Raptors. Right? You also have
Yeah.
1k gold.
Yep.
So aggression versus like defense, like this Volibear like realistically has not done much other than like kill Balian when the time was right for him. But you're actually playing like to do so much, it's actually hurting you.
Yeah, and just making his game easier.
Yeah, you're literally just playing the game for him, and he's just like, oh, what the fuck is a Diana on my screen? Okay, he's dead. Bye bye. Right? Okay, and even now, don't tell me we go back in to die. Okay, we got his flash. See, it's a little bit better, but you see how I mean, this whole time you're playing really, really far up, but even then, you finally clicked back. Finally, for one fight, we clicked back. Look what happens. You got a free flash.
Yep.
Finally, we clicked back. See what this Akshan's doing? The same bullshit that every literally in every single elo. This is a common mistake. Um, and it's very hard to fix it because the game feels more boring. The less you do, the game feels more boring. But if you're trying to when you're trying to improve, you don't do exactly what Akshan's doing. Pretty much, this guy's already dead. Akshan does not need to use his E like this. He can max range E. He can just auto him to death and just save his E, right? And the Varus is dead. He wouldn't be in this dangerous position. Look at the position he's in now. If Volibear turns around and comes to him, like if Volibear was closer, if Ron has spells, Akshan could have died here, right?
Yep.
Okay, he rezzed you. Let's go to the next sequence. 3-5 still. 4-3-5. Okay, so there's a lot of fighting going on, and you're not really involved. It seems like you have your ult up like this entire sequence. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm looking at the Am I crazy? So your ult's down here, right? But unless your ult's down here, okay. So let's look. Your ult's up at 14 minutes. Your ult's up at 15 minutes. Your ult's up at 16 minutes. Your ult's up at 17 minutes. Your ult's up at 18 minutes. Your ult's up at 19 minutes. Let's see how long this goes actually.
Holy.
What the fuck? Your ult's up at 20 minutes. Your ult's up at 21 minutes. Okay. We have a Baron fight. Okay. So that was from 14 to 20 minutes. So actually 6 minutes of the game, you didn't use your ult a single time.
Yeah.
So don't play
I mean,
Diana.
I think I already lost all my tempo lead and my gold XP lead, so I just couldn't ult anything because all the fights are mostly bad. But if I didn't like in a way
What,
my tempo, my lead, could have
within
had more
within
chances.
6 minutes of the game, no matter how bad the early game is, you should have used your ult,
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
right?
At least
And
once.
and
At least
and
once.
even if you're inting the early game and you're not ahead, your teammates are doing completely fine. So again, you still should have been able to find at least 2 or 3 ults within those 6 minutes of nothingness, right? So
Yeah.
that
Yep.
would mean you dropping some camps because you fucked over the early game a bit, and finding plays with your Akshan, who was steamrolling this game, finding plays with Kassandra's not doing too great, but finding plays with your teammates, right? But 6 minutes without ulting at all, and you're not even doing that bad in this game. You have not found a single good fight in the mid game, right? But now let's look at the actual fight, and we'll talk about how to find opportunity, and then we'll call it. He just ran through everyone. Wow. I mean, that's my. It's kind of a flip this whole time. What you can do is when it's at 5k, you need to just wait. Not 5k, 3k. Look at where Volbear is. You guys all need to turn on Volbear. So stop hitting it. You're actually the one
Yeah.
killing it this whole time.
Yep. My team already dropped it.
Yeah, the last thing Jin did was his W, and then he's already ready to turn, for the most part. Actually, never mind. He actually did a 4 shot too.
Oh, he
But
shot
you
it.
you should be aware again, ping. And I
Yeah.
guarantee you,
Yep.
if you give this guy some direction, like he's clueless. He doesn't really know if he should be hitting the Baron or not. But because he sees you hitting Baron, he's gonna hit the Baron. But you should be
Yep.
turning on the Volbear this whole time so you can prevent a flip. But you want the flip, so good job. And then this guy just dies. Your ult was used on one target, amazing. Let's look at the next fight, and then one more fight, and then we'll talk about. So again, dangerous positions. Look at where you are. Look at where your teammates are. Right, your Jin's not even in this fight. Your
Yep.
Cassante, who's below you, is like 1 HP, and your Akshan is like he's okay, but this is not the best position for your Akshan. And you're not playing a champion that necessarily wants to play like this.
Yeah. For sure. They're just going 1v3 again.
Yeah.
Or was about to.
Yeah, I mean you're walking into them like this. Like this is like so scary to do, and you're pinging in, you're going in, you're like, yeah, let me proto build in, man. It is so dangerous, right? If Rana just Qs you here, you might have lost your ult, you might have lost your stopwatch, you might have lost like your entire HP bar, you might have lost something. I don't know. This guy definitely has his Q. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, same thing. What's going on? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on? Just relax a little bit, right? We are somehow the one getting ulted, and we're the most fed on our team. You should just be sitting here, waiting, right? And if your teammates get ulted, then you wipe them.
Yep.
Okay, now you lost your ult, and now you die. Bye bye. Even if you didn't ult, you still die, right? Doesn't matter if you have ult or not here. So everything is just forced. Everything feels rushed. Everything feels impatient. Everything feels too aggressive. You need to play and learn how to play passive. But let's look at the early game or the mid game and see like what kind of actual fights could we have made happen, right? So right here, our Akshan is going apeshit crazy. So what's going on this whole time? So look at what Akshan's doing this whole time. He's pinging on the way, and he's going. You have your ult. You're pretty strong. He's spinning in, right? And even at this point, right, you have dragon up, right, and you have a wave to play on. And you can go straight to the dragon and play, and your bot lane's also trying to play the game. Okay. And with how the game has been going this entire time, your Akshan has been winning against the mid laner. So this trade, I'm not seeing it. You're not even looking at it, but I'm assuming it's going really good for Akshan. I'm just gonna assume because the game has been going good for Akshan. Right? You're not even looking at it the whole time. If you decided to move much earlier, this play would have gone. Actually, probably won you the game here. Right? And the way to identify like is the fight I should be taking is okay. One, we should never be in the top side here when dragon's up like this. That's one. Let's see how long this dragon was up. Dragon's up at this time. So we have some bot shenanigans. Not gonna look at it too much. Actually, let's look at it. It's gonna be the same theme, but look, if you play more defensively, the fight will look better. Let's see. Okay, we're ulting one guy. We're not waiting. Why? Even if your Lux dies here, even if your Jhin dies here, like this ult right here is not gonna change what happens in this fight, right?
Yeah.
What's gonna change is if this Renata walks up, this Rex walks up too far, and you get a better ult, you get a better angle.
Yep.
That's what's gonna change this situation of this fight. Not this. You actually lost your entire HP bar from this as well, and you have no ult anymore to do anything. Okay, but Dragon's up. They didn't take it. They didn't take it. They didn't take it. They didn't take it. This Volibear is playing really far up. Okay, he's gonna live. Sure, right? The Volibear used all their tempo to break this mid turret. Right? He also lost how much of his HP bar? Half of it, I think. More than half. Okay, you missed your Q. That's so sad. Okay, so he's half HP. It's fine. And look at what your bot's doing. Look at these guys. And they're all up. Go fight this.
Yeah, just run straight to it.
Probably play on this wave first. Go through river. Like just relax, and then play on this wave. But your goal should be this. Okay. And the next sequence we can look at is Akshan is right here. And look at Akshan. Look at him. He's been playing really aggressive this whole game. Look at him. He's pinging on the way. He's going. I smell the Aria, and he's going. He's running at him, right? And he's eating this while he's going, and you're not even looking.
Yeah.
So we're in a really decent game state right now. The score is like whatever. You're not in a bad game state. There's an objective up. Regardless of this objective is up or not, what are our teammates doing, especially our winning teammates? What this winning teammate is doing is he's playing really far up. If their jungler comes, he's not going to 1v2 them. It's going to be very hard. But if you come and it becomes a 2v2, you win the game. Right? So this is one opportunity that you should have found a play here. And the easiest way to unlock the idea of like how to make these plays happen is you need to watch what your teammates are doing. So you're
Yeah.
getting better at looking at waves. You're getting better at understanding maybe what the enemy team is trying to do. But now look at your teammates. Think about how they feel. Think about how the enemy feels. Think about how their Volibear is feeling. So the same thing earlier in the game when you kill their one, you kill the Renata, their Volibear is tilted. Their Volibear's been pathing down. Their Volibear is like, man, my bot lane is inting now. My Renata sucks. That's what the Volibear is thinking. So don't go for more. Just relax. You're going to use that to win later. Right, and it's the whole game, your Akshan's been 1v2, and your Akshan's been destroying this Ahri. Look at how he's playing. Follow the story of what your teammates kind of have been doing. This entire time, Kasante hasn't pinged you once, Kasante hasn't interacted with you once, and he hasn't really cared. So that's fine. He's the most stable player in the game. Your Jhin and your Lux, they kind of died. They haven't really been playing too well, but I've been able to like they're actually like not tilters, so I can like play around them. But the easiest one to play with is your Akshan, who has been 1v2 in this entire game, right? So regardless, you need to see any teammate you can play with, right, and what these teammates are thinking. And that's the next step. Once you understand a little bit more about waves, once you understand a little bit more about how to play the game consistently, the next fundamental you can add is how you can work with your teammates a little bit more. So this is one fight. Let's go to the next sequence. All right, so that's what actually puts you in this really bad fight right here. So this obviously is not going to be a good fight because you walked up and you lost your entire HP bar, right? And then you do this as well, so you make it even worse. If you waited, right, and this Volibear ults in like this, the same thing about the bot dive, if you wait and wait and wait, you can probably get a really good play. And look, your Kasante's even TPing. If you just waited and didn't go 1-for-1 here, the play will be so much better. Okay, let's go 16-minute fight. Dragon's still up. Dragon's gone now. Okay, it's fine. This guy's a free pick. Okay, Herald. Okay, it's an opportunity. Okay, and then we int here. Okay, so for the most part, yeah, but there's another 3 minutes where you don't use your ult. So let's see. So right here, 2 of your teammates died, 3 of your teammates died. From your int actually, your entire team died.
Yep.
And then this mid fight, I think they're full HP, but you should double check. Okay, yeah, they're full HP. Nice. So there's nothing there, but look again. Look what's going on. Look at where you're going. Look at where your teammates are going. Right, you haven't been carrying this game this whole time. Your score is 355. You have like kind of pissed CS. So why play like this? Is my question. When you walk away from your teammates like this and not towards, that normally means that you're 1v9 in this game, and you don't need to interact with your teammates to win. Right.
Right.
But in this game, it's kind of pretty even, and you're not doing too great. Right. So this whole time there's a fight going on. Your teammates are pinging, and you even click to go. And the biggest thing is not right in the moment. It's here. It's right here. What's going on? So again, it's reading the map. It's reading what the enemy team and your team wants to do. Right? Your Akshan is not running to bot lane. Your Akshan is running through mid. He's running through top. He's trying to get a pick. He's trying to get a kill. He's trying to get a fight. This guy wants to fight. He's your strongest teammate, so you should fight around him. Right? Next thing is look at what Gangplank's doing. Luckily,
Yeah, he's
Fog of
picking
War
forward.
gives you information, so he's walking forward. What's he walking forward for the next wave?
Yep.
Free kill. Look at where Lux is. She wants vision. Look at what Jin wants. Jin wants to push this wave out. Look at what Cassandra wants. Cassandra wants to push this wave out. If you're in the bot side, they can't do any of that.
Yeah.
Look at Akshan. If Akshan ran to the bot side, yeah, I'm going bot side. But Akshan is fucking running through mid, running through the fucking top. He's questioning our ping. Are they recalling here? Are they trying to like overstay? Are they trying to push up? And they are. And you could tell how that they are because look at what the gank is doing.
Yeah. GP would never push up that far without his team there.
Yeah. And if he was doing that without his team there, it's just a free kill. So take the free kill.
Yeah.
At
Either
this
way's
point
good.
of the game,
Good
it's
win.
so much better to get free
Yep.
kills. It's more guaranteed because you have items compared to early game. But yeah, so if I were to give you 3 notes, it would be play more defensively, relax, and wait. Stop invading / forcing plays. Take the free wins. 2, tempo. Keep your tempo in mind. Keep your tempo in check the entire game, and game. Do not. The last thing is for your fights, right? Don't put yourself in dangerous positions. I guess that's kind of like the same thing up here. Um, the team fights itself is find a teammate who is winning and interact with them. You went 6 minutes. Actually, probably went almost this entire game without interacting with your Akshan. I actually like
Yeah.
don't remember you seeing you like with Akshan this entire game, and he's literally
Yep.
been the only teammate on your team that's winning. Like again, you're not 10-0 this game, and even if you were, you still want to play with someone. So
Yeah.
you
Yep.
don't want to play this game solo, right? Solo game when it's a 10v not a 10v10, a 5v5 when there's 10 people playing, it's not good. It doesn't work. Because if even 2 of the enemy team in the 5v5 are playing to like stop you, like these odds I hate them. Right? But if you make it like at least a 2v5, it's like better odds and it just gets better and better the more teammates you have. But by
Yep.
forcing yourself into this over and over, like with not even keeping any of your teammates in mind, it just makes the game really hard.
Yeah. For sure.
Awesome, any questions?
No.
Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. And I hope you guys found some value out of this. Take care.